Steven, who do you think has more hatred? Charles Barkley for the city of San Francisco and Warriors fans, or Jimbo Fisher for Nick Saban today?
Jimbo Fisher for Nick Saban
Good
because
Lord.
it's actually real.
The Charles Barkley thing's phony.
It's a heel move.
That's
I mean,
a total heel move.
I could believe that he, doesn't like the city. Like, people don't like the city. I get that. Like, hell, man,
I don't believe that for a second.
I'm not even like that high on San Francisco. It's cool, but like just to
You're more
say
of a Fremont guy.
but just to say that you absolutely hate an area, it's just all right. Okay, do you really? Come on.
No,
No,
he's doing that because he hates the Warriors. He wants to be the guy that we all know. And welcome to Just Your Opinion, man. Stephen Langford, Derek Papa. We'll get to the Warriors. Great performance last night. We'll have Elena Matzorkis and Anna Kagarakis joining us today to promote the long-awaited Greek festival return this weekend. You and I will be there. We'll talk about a lot more things. We'll just start off with Charles Barkley and everything. He for the longest time has said that he is not a fan of the Warriors. And let me just say this. I like Charles Barkley. I have had the honor of getting him on the show with my dad, and he is a different person when he's not on camera. Behind the scenes, he is the most nice person, probably top 5 nice people I've interacted with in this medium. But he plays a character when he is doing the NBA on TNT. So his character is to piss off people. And that's the character he played while being in the NBA and blah, blah, blah. That's who he is kind of as well, but he also kind of play a certain role when you're doing, TV or radio. Like I, for years on Caboose Pistol, would try to agitate San Francisco fans just because I would fight for Oakland. But in reality, I have no beef with Giants fans, 49ers fans, any of that shit. It's just that you kind of just play the heel sometimes. So I think Charles Barkley from the get-go was always like Steph Curry, the Warriors, they're not winning a championship. I don't believe in that style of basketball. And it's blown up in his face. And now he has to deal with it every time he comes to the Bay Area.
Sorry, burping a lot this morning.
It's fine.
Or today, this afternoon, whatever. I don't know. All my whatever.
Do you have GERD?
My concept of time is just gone out the window. What? Do
you have GERD?
GERD. What's GERD?
It's kind of like an intestinal problem.
I hope I don't have GERD.
No, I don't think you do. I'm just kidding.
I've had cheese curds.
What about Amber Heard?
Not Amber Heard. Definitely not Amber Heard.
We may talk about that with Elena and Anna today.
Elon Musk has had Amber Heard. You see that?
No. What's that about?
Amber Heard, and Cara Delevingne, I think is the model. It was recently reported that they had a threesome. So shout out to them.
How much do you pay for that?
I know, right? What were you saying? Charles Barkley? Yeah, I don't know, man. People take it like personally. It's really weird.
Well, it's not so much that I don't take it personally. I think it's a little much, though.
But people do, man.
Of course. I mean, like
genuine hatred for Charles Barkley. It's like this dude is charitable. He's a good person off the air. It's just, it's what happens, man. And the thing about him that's different than everybody else, at least he's like entertaining, like other than like Skip Bayless and Nick Wright and those guys who really do play a role. They're good at what they do, but they're not like entertaining and as likable as Charles Barkley is to me. Like those guys just do it to because they're playing the role, and they also do it because it's going to make them money, but it's not in a way that's kind of fun loving. I don't know. Charles Barkley does it in a way that is to me.
No, and I like that Draymond Green came out last night. If they would have lost the game, I would have doubt he did a post-game interview with TNT, but he comes out and he gives it to Chuck and says, I hate this area, and he says they hate you right back. He called him out today. I like it. The thing about Charles Barkley, though, is if you're going to dish it out, you got to receive it too. And I don't know what the deal is with that video where everybody's screaming at him, and then he turns around and says, "If you keep coming after me, I'm gonna go to your house and fuck your mama." Which I'm like, ooh, that's something. But it's all in playful jest. He's just trying to piss off the fans. He doesn't want to be there. He wants to be in Phoenix. That's where his home is. And he's just trying to agitate the fans by saying, go Mavs. He picked the Mavs to win the series. They very well could still win the series. But he just has a problem with the Warriors and it's the style of basketball they play, which I don't get because that's how everybody should play, in my opinion. But I don't know. It's all in playful fun. The Jimbo Fisher thing today, that was hilarious to me. You said that you love Patrick Beverley calling out other athletes, other fellow NBA players. I love Jimbo Fisher going after his mentor, being like, "Oh, you think he's God? Huh? You think he's God? I'll tell you what, God has some problems, okay?" Like that was
what was that?
Entertaining.
What? Hang on. What the hell was that?
I don't
Jimbo
do a
Fisher
good Jimbo
Cuban?
Fisher. I don't. What?
Is he Italian American? Like what kind of accent was that?
I can't do a good Jimbo Fisher. I can't.
No,
do it.
you cannot.
I'm not Joey Molinaro. I could do all the college football voices.
That sounded like Jimbo Fisher trying to do an impression of Scarface.
Okay, all right. You want to play Nick Saban, huh? He does the same shit with the NL.
Oh, that's so good. But it's just there's so much slime. It's all covered in slime. It's like the Kids' Choice Awards at Nickelodeon.
Oh, you love saying that one.
Everything with college football just covered in slime.
It is a slimy business. But
yes, it is.
Nick Saban didn't. I mean, like he's not wrong. Saban didn't release anything that was not wrong. But at the same time, it's like, do you really need to be talking about that, Nick? Like, there's some things that don't need to be said. Just because everybody wants to go to your school doesn't mean that you have to go scorched earth on poor HBCU Jackson State and call out Deion Sanders, who I doubt paid $1 million for one player. He did get the #1 recruit in the country, but he did not pay $1 million for one guy. That's ridiculous. Jimbo Fisher,
look, Deion Sanders doesn't need money. He's Deion Sanders. He has himself. It's like, hey, I'm the head coach.
Must be the money.
I'm the head coach. Like, it doesn't matter how you do here in college. It doesn't matter if we're not going to be competing with the likes of the SEC. I'm going to teach you how to be a pro and how to make it in the NFL through my program here at Jackson State. That's the recruitment pitch right there.
Oh,
That's it.
No, it's him. It's him. Like, hey, want to play for me? I'm Deion Sanders. I was arguably the best cornerback in the National Football League. You come with me, people will respect you. I just worry about the Aflac commercials, Steven. Is that going to ruin those between Deion Sanders and Nick Saban and R.I.P. Gilbert Godfrey?
It's not going to I'm not going to miss it over the weekends. Besides, I don't even watch much college football anyway.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not going to.
I was wondering if this topic was in your wheelhouse.
I mean, it's coaches going at each other. Who cares about it's not doesn't have to do with what's going on the field and a bunch of players, and we're doing mock draft analysis about things that we don't know. It's not any of that. It's not any of that about players that we just learned about because we searched up their YouTube highlights for 7 minutes.
It's the truth. It's the truth.
But watching it though, dude, I couldn't stop laughing. It's just
Jimbo.
Yeah, he ain't God. He's not the czar. And the thing was, I was left. It was like a cliffhanger though. I was left wanting more because when Jimbo's like, you don't want to go down that avenue. I know some things. I'm like, well, then tell us those damn things, Jimbo. Come on, spill the beans.
My favorite part is when the reporter asks him, "So have you talked to Coach Saban?" No, me and him are done forever. I hate him so much. Is that better now?
Have you seen that was not bad. That was a lot better than what you previously had.
I'm stuck in a hot shed, Steven. I'm sorry I'm not sounding right.
You got two treadmills
so fucking hot in here.
You got two treadmills in your original
No,
apartment.
I don't have two treadmills in here.
You got a shed that with a.
I would die of heat exhaustion if I worked down this goddamn shed.
Now you're in a shed with a rake that looks like a menorah.
It's a Jewish rake.
I needed the
Jake.
I needed the follow-up though. Where's the follow-up? Because TMZ had the follow-up report. Yeah, the update. Nick Saban had issued an apology following Jimbo Fisher's meltdown.
Oh, I can't do a Saban either, but I wish I could. Just being like, all right, so here's
I'm
here's
not
my
telling
apology.
you, so quit asking.
I'm not apologizing.
Let's see here. He was on Sirius XM College Radio on this afternoon. I wasn't saying anyone did anything illegal. Yeah, you did. That was something that was assumed. That wasn't what I meant or what I said.
Stop, Sabies. That's stupid. That's a stupid apology.
What a joke.
My favorite quote though is they asked Lane Kiffin his thoughts. Of course, former Raiders head coach Lane Kiffin. And his quote is, I love this, "For the first time in my life, I'm speechless."
Oh, this is great. Did you see Danny Green weighed in on the Patrick Beverly thing too?
No, what he said.
He just called Patrick Beverly out and saying that, you couldn't guard Doncic. You're a cone too. So he started to call him out.
That's fair.
And then Pat Beverly clapped back with his stats saying that guarding Luka Doncic one-on-one, I think Luka was like 0 for or something through the season. So Patrick Beverly had receipts. I love it. I love all of it.
Everybody
love
keeps the
all of it.
receipts.
I
By the
love
way,
all of it. I need Draymond to enter the chat pronto.
he will eventually when the season's over. They'll probably get all three of those guys in a room. Not Danny Green so much. I can't wait for Draymond Green and Patrick Beverly to go toe-to-toe on First Take when their careers are over.
That'd be really good.
Speaking of read receipts, do you like when people have read receipts on their text messages? I can't stand that shit.
Why?
Because I don't want you to know when you read my text message and didn't reply.
Yeah. Yeah, I
It's
don't know
rude.
why. I don't know why anyone would turn them on in the first place.
Cody Elias does, and I'm calling you out, Cody.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
At least he used to. I'm not sure if he does anymore.
I actually looked back and I was going to text him about something, but then I saw that he sent me a text back at the end of April and I didn't respond to it. Now I feel bad. But,
Well, that's classic you. You never respond to text messages.
I'm not good at it. I genuinely forget and I get distracted and I open them and I don't always want to reply to text messages right away. So I put it away and then I forget about it.
Do you do that because you don't want to seem like you have nothing going on, so you just act like I'll get to that later?
I don't do it to make it seem like I have nothing going on. It's because I'm got something going on.
Exactly.
I'm playing. I might be playing.
But
FIFA.
you want to seem more busy than what you actually are.
Well, yeah. I mean, like busy in my terms is possibly reading I don't know, the
Amber Heard article,
the advanced stats on NBA.com, and then
you love those.
Maybe playing FIFA. I don't know.
That's true. Then you do have more important shit to get to, like FIFA and advanced stats on NBA.com.
I've been pretty bad at responding to your text. It's and genuinely,
hey, I don't mind. It's okay. I worked with my dad for years. You think I'm used to people not responding to my texts?
Yeah, you are. That's a good point. Yeah.
All right, let's get to the game 1 of the Western Conference Finals between the Golden State Warriors and the Dallas Mavericks. And as perfect as it could get last night, Steven. God, this shit is so hot. I'm just making up excuses. And every night that Andrew Wiggins has a great game, Ernie, which I don't see on the stream today, which is surprising.
We got one viewer. I don't know who it is. Could be
it's your girlfriend, probably.
It could be Jesse, who's out getting her nails done right now.
So how's she watching then?
Huh?
How would she be watching then?
I mean, you could watch on your phone. You got a YouTube, Twitch.
Oh, that's true.
Or Twitter. Excuse me. We're not on Twitch. We need to get on Twitch.
Do we?
Yes.
All right.
You build the brand, Derek.
Back to the basketball brand. So Warriors last night win 112-87, and I would say that they played smart basketball for the first time in a long time. As you're laughing at me,
no, I'm thinking about it. I just saw an article about like sports radio and how you need to use TikTok to build the brand. This is the perfect platform, and then I'm just picturing.
Not I, said Derek.
You're like, nope, but they're not wrong. But anyway, keep going.
No, they're not wrong, but they're not right either.
You don't know that.
Yeah, I do know that.
Wait till your brand is built, Derek. You can build it.
Meanwhile, Elon Musk, he's trying to, sabotage Twitter, and yet we're all on it still, regardless. Andrew Wiggins. The key to the game last night was Andrew Wiggins' defense, and we've been talking about with Ernie brings it up every time that Andrew Wiggins has a great game. Is this the Andrew Wiggins game?
Yep.
And I said on the last podcast, I think that Andrew Wiggins had a fantastic series against the Memphis Grizzlies. You're not going to get a 40-point game from Andrew Wiggins in these playoffs, I don't think. It's just what he does as a role player, getting the defensive rebounds, getting the offensive rebounds, shooting threes from time to time, and his great defense on Luka Doncic last night. There's Ernie. Just fantastic defense on Luka last night. I was thoroughly impressed with the way he was able to cover him all night. He finished with 19 points, 3 of 8 from 3, and 5 rebounds. Everyone's going to focus on, Steph had a great offensive game, 21 points, kind of slow to start things out. He's been missing free throws. I get what you're saying now, Steven, between Jordan Poole and Steph Curry. I'd still go with Steph.
Yeah.
But the biggest takeaway I had last night, and I've been saying it for a while now, is that the muscle that Steph Curry has put on his body has made him a better defensive player. He got 12 rebounds last night. You could say what you want about the missed free throws. Not great, but still a great player. Coming up clutch in the fourth quarters, and he is improved immensely on defense. Would you say that?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, did you see that reaction when he was called a two-way player from the
Oh,
reporter?
yeah, I loved it. He loved it too. He wanted Raymond Ritter to, make sure that everybody knew that guy asked that question.
Yeah, like that's the most emotion I've seen Steph pull off in a press conference like ever. No, he absolutely has, and you're right about and the free throw thing. Like I've come to this conclusion, Derek, because obviously as he misses the first 3 free throws or whatever it was that he missed in that game, eventually made the next 2 because he didn't
He missed the first 3.
He missed the first 2, and then he missed the first one of the next set, and then
on that 3. Yeah.
Then he ended up making a couple more, or made one more rather. But for me, man, like I was thinking about it because I knew it was going to be a topic that you got to talk about the next morning. It's Steph's free throws because I knew it was going to be brought up. I'm never going to worry about Steph's free throws until it's game 7 of the NBA Finals. Like that's really where I'm not going to worry and think Steph's in a shooting slump from the free throw line. What are we doing here? Just because he has a couple of misses, he's still shooting 80% from the line, which is better than a lot of other guys, except not good for Steph. I mean, you expect him to be, you expect him to be a goddamn 90%, a 90% free throw shooter at least. But I'm not going to worry about that until, a game 7 where it's crucial and he needs to knock him down. And then I just think, okay, Steph at the line. I hope he makes these because we've seen him do this before where maybe he misses quite a few, but then in the next game, he'll follow it up with a 13 of 14 night from the line. So I've seen him come back from that. Not worried about that. His defense is fantastic. Just overall as a team, though, like other than, not making the threes, I thought overall as a team, they played pretty damn well in that game yesterday. I didn't think anybody was really like a liability. Obviously, you got Andrew Wiggins and what he was doing, but I mean, just the help defense, the team defense, putting Draymond on Jalen Brunson, that was a new wrinkle I don't think the Mavericks expected. You saw that, and, go back and shout out to Kevin O'Connor of The Ringer who pointed this out. Clay's block on Dinwiddie in the corner. You remember that play?
Mm-hmm.
Dinwiddie got really frustrated, thought it was a foul, but it wasn't a foul. Then he ends up getting a tech.
Steph's block too. Did Steph or Draymond get credited with that block?
Draymond did. That was the one at the end of the first quarter.
Yeah.
But this one happened in the second quarter, and if you just watch the entirety of that play, Wiggins is picking up Doncic. Draymond is on Jalen Brunson, and Steph is in the corner with Reggie Bullock. They try and switch Steph onto Doncic, which doesn't work. Wiggins fights through the screen. He hedges. That's the technical term. He hedges around the screen, fights through it, and keeps on Doncic. And then eventually Draymond is still hitting up Brunson. Draymond's on him. Then Steph comes to help out. And then they have to swing it around to Dinwiddie, who's just being smothered by Klay Thompson and ends up going for the block. And we saw that multiple times yesterday where it was just great team defense all around. Sure, the offense could have been picked up a little bit. Steph and Klay were rushing to start the game, and Klay didn't get anything going until the second half. He was terrible in the first half, but he was great in the second half.
They didn't need him.
I mean, but you're right, though, man. It really was the Andrew Wiggins game. He was great throughout all 4 quarters, as well as as well as Kevon Looney. Kevon Looney was, again, awesome. I'm literally in shock. Not really. I got to stop using the word literally. Whenever someone says literally, it actually means literally. So if I was literally in shock, that would have meant that like an electric volt would have gone through my body as I'm watching Kevon Looney. That didn't happen.
Yeah, you're using it like Rob Lowe in Parks and Rec, like literally.
Yes, literally the best thing I've ever had. But no, man, I'm just thinking like, dude, we didn't even know he'd make it through all 82 games. And he did. He set that goal. And now he's in the first game of the Western Conference Finals, and he's out rebounding a team that is younger than he is. He was clearly tired for sure in
Right.
game one, but just coming off that game in game 6 and being able to continue what he was doing, just I was watching it like, damn, Kevon, you're still going. Let's go. Plus, he had some passes that were made to Draymond in that one. Like
Yep.
he was doing it all yesterday. It was just a great team win.
The unsung hero through the 5-year run, in my opinion.
Huh.
And it's obvious because there's bigger stars on the Warriors, but we don't really talk about Kevon Looney because he's not really a dominant center. But this is the most impressed that I've been with him in a playoff run. And until things go south, I would say let's run with this starting lineup. Let's play with the center. We got nothing to lose at this point, unless the series. But for the most part, like, Steven, when's the last time all 5 starters were in double digits scoring wise?
Oh man, I don't know the answer to that.
I wish someone knew because that's a thing that I haven't seen in quite some time. Draymond scored 10 points. Looney scored 10 points. I think Clay had 15. Steph had 21. Wiggins with 19. And you got Jordan Poole with 19 off the bench. Even Otto Porter coming off of injury scored 10 last night. So just a thoroughly impressive victory, the way that they should be playing from the get-go. Just smart basketball, not bombing threes, settling for twos. It was just a great night offensively and defense. Probably the most well-rounded victory against a impressive team. They obviously kick the crap out of the Nuggets from time to time. They kick the crap out of the Grizzlies in Game 3. But this was probably the most impressive victory considering it was Game 1 of the Western Conference Finals.
Yeah, but I also do you buy into what Kenny was saying after the game as Charles is just stopping or as Charles is just listening to all the Barkley sucks chants or whatever it was, Charles, you suck, whatever. But Kenny Smith was saying that he understands that based on the Mavericks or based on what their travel schedule was like, they have to stay out for a couple of days. They got to stay on the West Coast. They haven't been home. It's a tough Game 1. I mean, do you take any stock into that and think maybe they'll make the adjustment going into Game 2 and this is just one that they really weren't ready for?
Yeah, I was texting with a buddy of mine and said sometimes teams kind of go into Game 1 just kind of feeling things out, and then they kind of get their flow going. So last night, the Mavericks looked like a tired team from Game 7 against the Phoenix Suns.
Yeah.
So do I think that they could rebound in Game 2? Absolutely. They're capable of doing that, and I'm still preparing for something to happen in the series where we get a little nervous. They're capable of shooting threes and staying right with the Warriors shot for shot. But it just depends on their championship pedigree, which they haven't experienced yet. So, yes, I do think that things can change when things go to Dallas. And even Clay was talking about last night, this team was down 0-2 to the Phoenix Suns, and they managed to come back and win that series. So I would say that last night was impressive, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. We still got a long series to go. Yeah. This team has been down in series. They were down 0-1, I think, in the Jazz series. They were down 0-2 in the Phoenix series that I just said. So it's a long series. We'll see what happens. And I guess Kevin Harlan was saying this on my dad's show today. Apparently, Luka was dealing with some sickness yesterday. And we don't know if it was the night before. There was that shot of him getting beers with Boban the day of the game. I don't think that's that big of a deal. But if Luka was sick, then that kind of explains his kind of lackadaisical game. And he also exhibited a big old scar on his face from Andrew Wiggins' defense. Played through it. Looking like Scar from The Lion King.
Credit to him for that, by the way. Just saying.
To Wiggins?
To Luka for not making
like a cat.
For not making as much of what it was. I mean, look back at the Grizzlies series. Jordan Poole barely even, put a finger on Ja Morant's knee, and apparently he yanked it. And Wiggins accidentally scratches Luka Doncic's face, and Doncic doesn't overreact. Jason Kidd doesn't overreact. Even though this is a young team that they're playing, it's a lot more mature, I guess. But I don't know. That's interesting, man. I don't know about that with Luka. I mean, I don't know. It's like, hey, you're sick. Let's get a beer. I guess that's the European way. The the screen that I'm holding or putting up right now is Luka, right? And these
That's
are the
him.
matchups here that he's had in the playoffs against guys on defense. This is him on offense. And if you look at the turnover numbers, and if you look at Andrew Wiggins, look how many games it took for these guys to force him into 3 turnovers. It took all these guys 7. Cameron Johnson barely got any on him. Mikal Bridges ended up getting 9. And if you multiply that and do the math there, 10 times 4, he would have forced him into 12 turnovers compared to the 9. I don't know. Like, these numbers here, I love the matchup stats, but after one game, I don't think they're a proper representation of the type of defense that Wiggins played on Doncic. Because as you can see here,
Oh God, no.
3 turnovers, 4 of 10 overall from the field, which is pretty good. Then 3 of 7 from 3, but I don't really understand any of that. So, I don't think that's representative of what Wiggins did on him. It was just awesome. Picking him up full court and just staying with him. And then Wiggins after the game, by the way, he's starting to get cocky. I like it. Cocky
Well, what
Wiggins.
did you say? I didn't see. Cocky Wiggins?
As cocky as Wiggins can get, which is him just saying, look, man, I don't get tired. Like, that was all adrenaline right there. I'm not tired. I'm not tired now.
Oh, no. I saw that actually.
Yeah. He was, he was feeling himself, man. It was great.
As he should. It was a great performance last night. And we'll see what happens in the series, man. It's still early.
We
Luka
definitely
turned
will
it
see
on
what
the
happens
second
in
game.
the series, Derek.
I know, Steven. Can I just say the obvious sometimes?
Sorry. Anyway, keep going. I interrupted you.
No, it's fine, because now we can bring in our guest.
Yes.
And we are very happy that the Greek Fest is coming back this weekend. It just feels like old times again, Steven.
Mhm.
Warriors are back. I'm back. And the Greek Fest is back. And one of our returning guests, Anna Kagaragis. What's going on,
Yay!
Anna?
Hey, what's up, guys?
You can bring her on, Steven.
I did.
Am I on? Do you hear me?
Oh, there we go.
I'm
I
here.
think, I think Derek's internet sucks. He's in a shed.
Is that
it
a
probably
rake
is because I'm
behind
in a
you?
shed.
What's
What's that?
behind you? Is that a rake?
That's a rake. That is a rake.
I think I missed the reason for that one. That's interesting.
It's
wanna know
because
the
I'm in a
backstory.
shed and we need rakes back here, apparently.
Okay. Oh, you're
thought it
literally
was-
in a shed?
I am literally in a shed.
That's awesome.
I'm
So it's
in
like a man
Greg's
shed?
shed right now.
Nice. So it's a he shed. I mean, they have the she shed, so I guess it's just a shed. Guys don't have a
Yeah.
fancy name. We get the she shed, so you guys just get shed.
It's gender fluid shed. I would say.
I want a shed. That'd be fun.
Yeah.
Get one. I know. I
What's
got a
going on,
nice
Anna?
bright yellow room. I'm good. Everything's good. We're excited. Greek Fest is back. It's been a nice little long hiatus right now. And so our big saying is we're back. And we're super excited to be back in the Oakland Hills, beautiful panoramic hills. And the food's going to be off the hook. We got this all together. A lot of people came in and just really, really worked hard to make this happen and make it possible to bring it back. And we've gotten a lot of great feedback about it. It's actually our 50th year for the festival.
Ooh.
So it was an important year to be back.
Wonderful.
So it's been off since 2020, couple of
Mhm.
years removed from it. I mean, this has got to be as packed as it's going to be, even during this time. I mean, like we've been before, and I mean, one of those years, I think when they were playing the Blazers, the Warriors were. I remember it was raining that night, but that didn't stop us. Who cares with that? But still, a lot of people were there. I imagine it's going to be a pretty good turnout here.
Well, it's going to be gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous this weekend. I think like
Mhm.
late 70s, early 80s in Oakland, the Oakland Hills. You could ask for better weather in Oakland. And so obviously with that, that means the beer will be flowing.
Mhm.
We have the bars will be ready to go. We're ready with the food and everything. I mean, it kind of does feel old school with the Warriors back right now in the Western Conference Finals. And then obviously we're back as well. But yeah, this is a huge deal for us because it's a big part of our operational budget for the Ascension Cathedral in Oakland. It comes from the money raised from this festival. So 2 years not having it definitely impacted us. We do have a very supportive community that stepped up, but we felt it. So it's going to be great to have everything back and running this year.
I remember that, Steven. We were watching the Trailblazers and Warriors Western Conference Finals, and it was Myers Leonard who kept having like a bunch of threes, and Mike Breen kept saying,
that's right.
"Bang, bang!"
Yeah. I think he scored 30, and they still lost.
They still lost. Remember Elena? Elena's here, everybody.
Yay.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Oh,
what happened?
where'd she go?
On.
Whoop.
Oh, I'm
We
back.
had.
Yes.
Yasu.
Tell me, wait, is she there?
Are you
Derek.
just messing with her?
No, wait. Okay, I won't touch anything. I'm sorry, Steven, you do it.
All right. 1, 2, 3. Stream added. We're good.
There we
Elena's
go. I
there.
apologize. I messed everything
Hi.
up.
Thank you.
I miss you too. I know. I was listening to you talk about the beers flowing, and I got excited.
I'll
Oh
be working the
man,
bar. I'll be
we're
working the
only
bar this
missing
week.
Alice in the middle right now. It's a whole Brady
You're
Bunch
working the
thing going
bar.
on.
I'll be working the bar Saturday night. Come and
Uh
find me at the Platilla bar.
oh.
And we will have TV for the Warriors. I made sure to check. My husband is no longer in charge of the festival, but the
Derek's still
godfather of
gonna
my
complain
youngest
to
son.
him.
Yeah, of course he will.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, my son's godfather is in charge. He's done it years before, and so now he's doing it again.
As long as Paul is just hanging around with a cigar in his mouth, it's good times at the Greek Fest.
Of course.
What
You
was
What's going
the,
on, guys? Oh, go,
what
Steven,
was
go.
the-
Sorry.
What was the liquor that Paul had? What was that type of liquor that the shots that we took?
Oh, the shots. It was
Yeah,
either I'm
was it
trying to take
Ouzo?
a lane. It was either Uzo, Metaxa,
I think it was Uzo.
or
I think it was the Uzo.
Cipiro. I don't think they can handle Cipiro.
Oh boy.
Oh wow.
Elena, I know you can.
Oh, I can handle anything. You guys have to introduce you to my new son.
Oh.
Ooh.
Oh, it's a meow meow.
I got it now.
What's
Oh
what's
my
the cat's
gosh,
name?
So cute.
Luca Mavis.
Oh
No,
my
not
god.
really.
That's awesome. We will have those at the festival. You can get plenty of Lucamadas at the festival.
Yes.
Big old containers. You can get to go ones too. You can eat them and then get to goes and take them home. Eat
Mm.
them up the next day. Put some ice cream on top.
Ooh, that
some
sounds
Nutella
great.
topping. Oh yeah.
So we have Elena and Anna on because they're our two favorite Greeks, and they've been staples at the Greek Festival for a long time. So Elena, how do you feel about Greek Festival coming back?
Well, I'm really sorry. Bart's going by. Can you hear it?
That's okay. I'm in a shed and my dog is barking outside.
I'm really excited to eat everything. I'm really excited to see everyone, see you guys. I'm really excited just to, see the friendly Greeks from Oakland. And yeah, mostly I'm excited to eat. Oh, and dance, of course.
Oh, we're gonna dance. Oh, by the
Oh,
way,
yeah.
Steven, you have to dance this year.
Heck yeah.
Do
We'll
I?
teach you.
Yeah, you do.
1000%.
Do I have to be like Derek where I'm just, holding the hands of whoever's on my side and then just like walking around in a circle going, because
Yes.
that's what he does. Yeah, he tends to bob his head in a very
That's a very good Derek
it's a
dance
very good Derek.
impersonation. You could always go Jacob route.
I was
Jacob,
just
Jacob
thinking
likes to
the same thing.
freestyle.
Jacob doesn't go by the rules. He's a rule
No.
breaker.
There should be
I wish
no
I would pull
rules
that
to
up.
dancing.
No, be free. That's the whole point.
Exactly.
Just-
That's,
you
yeah.
feel it. That's how it is with Greek dancing. You feel it in your whole heart and soul and everything.
Every year, I feel
Jesse's
like
gonna make you
I-
dance.
Every
Yeah.
year, I feel like I miss my calling to be a clarinetist for in a Greek band.
Ooh,
When-
clarinet.
The woman is like walking by with her clarinet, like playing with you. I'm like, oh, I used to play the clarinet, back in middle school. I had potential, and why I couldn't be playing at the Greek festival these days, and I really missed my
You can
my
still do
mark,
it.
I think
You can
Yeah.
still do it. Get you in a band.
I've got a lot going on.
Come on, it's free time, right?
Yeah, you could be like Squidward from
Tony.
SpongeBob. He loved the clarinet.
Oh yes, he did.
It would be
S-
perfect.
It would be perfect. So, and also, I just want to get your guys' thoughts on this. Is like just old times again. The Warriors are in the Western Conference Finals and during Greek Fest. So, just your thoughts about the Warriors in the playoffs too. Nostalgia.
I'm so
wearing
it
my
feels honest to God truth, it feels like we're getting almost that same type of feel of the team back then. It's really feeling like, especially right now against the Mavs, it had that good like defensive feel. Like it's such a good game in game one. And real quick, I just want to show you this. So my son's a Cub Scout, and in honor of Clay Thompson and taking a
Oh,
boat
nice.
across, he made this for his little regatta.
Clay
Cub
needs to
Scout
sign
thing.
it.
I would love for Clay Thompson to sign this. This is called. It says Captain Clay on it.
Oh,
So
Nice.
he made this for his Cub Scouts regatta, whatever it was called. So, but
Mm.
yeah, he
that's
made one
the
for him.
cutest thing.
Isn't it cute?
Is Dean dancing on Saturday?
He is. He's dancing Saturday and Sunday.
What
He's actually
times?
leading dances. 2:30 and his small group, and then 7:30 is all the Greek dancers, and he's leading one of the dances.
Oh my gosh.
And then on
That's
Sunday
a big
at
honor, you
1:30.
guys.
Mhm.
Oh, I know.
He's doing figuras, which are like little tricks in the front of the line. So, and he had to learn from his dad because his dad was like one of the best Greek dancers, in all honesty.
That's so cute.
So-
I'm gonna cry.
Yeah.
How do we get Steven to the lead of the dance troupe?
I'll have Dean teach you.
Fantastic. Steven, you in?
Please. I'm in. Bring it.
All right, don't back down now.
I might.
God.
I'm so excited to see Dean. He will never remember me, but that's okay.
He'll be like, hi.
I saw Falcon last weekend. He's like an adult.
Aw.
Really?
Oh, Gianna Franco's son.
Yes.
Wow.
How is Gianna?
She's great. She's so cute. I actually had dinner at Damon's house last week with
Oh,
Albie
nice.
and Gianna, and
That's an
Whitney
old school
came
crew.
by, and it was really fun. And I saw the kids. I met Zeppy for the first time. He's like the cutest thing I've ever seen in my whole life. So
Nice.
yeah.
Elena, how do you feel about the Warriors now back in the playoffs and everything?
I'm really excited about it. I'm excited to be able to watch it at the Greek Festival tomorrow because we've had all these years where we started from like a little tiny screen that we were all huddled against. And I remember that one year that I worked at the wine tasting booth, Anna,
That's right.
and I was wearing those sleeves, the Warriors sleeves, my lucky sleeves, and the Just Shout Opa t-shirt, Yido t-shirt. Or Just Say Yido t-shirt. And I remember that well. And they won that night. I think they were playing I don't remember. That was the semifinals. Anyways, I have a lot of good memories watching the Warriors at the Greek Festival. And I'm really excited to do that again tomorrow. And just the Warriors in general, it does feel like the old days. And it I don't know if you guys are feeling this, but like, I'm like, it's so weird that now like our core guys are old.
I know.
It doesn't seem like it's been that long, right?
I
And
know.
I'm actually like the same age as all of them. And you're seeing
So
the
you're
young
saying
guys
we're
like,
all old now.
playing John Morant, it's like, and you're like, that guy, he's so young.
Mhm.
But that's how I think of myself still. That's how I think of Curry and Clay and everyone still. So it's so interesting now that they're the veteran team. But it's been so long since they've won a championship that it seems new and fresh and so exciting. It's like it doesn't have that fatigue. It has that old 2015 feeling of could we
Yeah.
maybe do it? And
Maybe.
that's what makes it so exciting.
Yeah.
You
Then
know-
you're bringing in Jordan Poole too, who's like brand new to this
Wow.
team, who's fine.
I love pool parties.
Because the beauty of that team, those dynastic teams, was the depth, right? We all loved Livingston. We all loved Barbosa. We all loved David West. We all loved those guys. And really, that was the biggest question, I think. Like, it wasn't, Steph, Clay, and Dre's championship pedigree. We already know they have that. But it was those guys coming off the bench. And really, Jordan Poole and Otto Porter Jr., it just, I don't know, they keep on rotating these guys. And now they're back. It's crazy.
I think my
Still
favorite part
loony.
also is that you have all these people who are talking about the super teams and everything and talking smack about the Warriors super teams, but then all these other teams start doing their super teams and it's not so easy.
Mhm.
It really has to do with the whole system that Steve Kerr has put together and then having a bunch of players with the personalities that will work in that system. So it's just great to see that kind of come together. And I think there's good luck also with the Warriors back at the Greek Fest. So that's what I think works.
Mm.
I think so too. And then we got Game 6 Clay last round, so that was nice to see again.
It was very nice to see. Refreshing, cute.
How do you feel about the new headband? The new headband look. Because headband Clay came around when I think Anna, you and I were doing I think we were hosting a show when that happened, and I was getting really frustrated with all your nicknames for Clay.
I have a million of them.
But the 14 threes, that's when we first saw headband Clay.
Oh, Chicago.
Because he was trying to block out like a scab that he had or something on his forehead.
Yeah, I was trying to remember how he hit his
It was
head.
a
I was
Luka
trying to remember
Doncic
that.
scratch.
Is that what it was?
But now he's got that thing full time, and quite frankly, I think he rocks the shit out of it.
Yeah, and you know what? It's kind of weird to think of him without it right now.
Yeah.
I'm with
So
you. Hey, if it
accustomed to
works,
that headband.
if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right?
Agreed.
Hey,
Door's open.
we have a very loud door.
No, it's all good.
It's
And then we still got
okay.
Looney doing great Looney things.
Oh, I know.
Real quick, I kind of wanted to dub that game the Game 6 Clooney, just because it was Clay and Looney in that game.
Ah,
So I was like,
Like
oh, let's call it
George Clooney?
Yeah, sure. But with a K.
I like it. It's cool.
Didn't stick. I liked it. My group of friends who I G chatted it to or whatever chat I use, WhatsApp, That thing. I don't know. I'm going to call it AIM in a second. Show
Hey,
how old
babe.
I am. Dude, LeBron is called an old man. He's the same age as me. And that, imagine how I feel right now. I'm like, oh,
Mm.
God, that kills.
I mean, Steven knows I feel old already because the Warriors are old now and we're all old.
Derek really wants to be old. He
I
has
don't
this
want to
just
be
this,
old,
this
Steven.
need
You
to
don't.
be.
I am old.
He has this need to just be an old man. I don't
I just hate
understand it.
everything.
You know,
TikToks
Steven.
and
Steven Adams
Squarespaces.
is Steven Adams is a month younger than I am. Like that dude is 28. Like what the hell? He
You
looks like
look
he looks like he's
aged.
40. He looks
He's
like
seen some things. Last night, a woman told me that I didn't look like I was a bartender and I looked more like a librarian or a college student.
That is so just like
And I said-
completely off.
Thank
Did you
you.
have glasses on and your hair in a bun or something?
I had my hair in a braid, but like
Oh.
I said, hey, I'll take that as a compliment. I look sweet, innocent, and young.
There you go.
Then she paid in book bucks.
No, they paid some big bucks.
Mm.
I
Nice.
got a new
Book
job.
bucks?
I'll
What the
tell you
hell's
about
that,
it.
Steve?
Does no one remember book bucks? They were sick.
No,
Oh,
I never went to the library.
you get book bucks. You used to get them in the Argus, and then you used to be able to pay for stuff with your book bucks. No,
Oh.
nobody.
I'll
Wow.
tell you, no. But I do
Silence.
have a library card.
Ah,
I do too.
all right. Well,
Elena,
there we
you're
go.
still bartending at the Mallard?
Well, I got a new gig.
Oh,
I just started it, and it's at a restaurant, and then I'm trying to make some money,
okay.
What city?
some real money. What?
What city?
Alameda.
Oh, nice.
Ah.
What
I'll
bar?
tell you all about it this weekend.
Okay,
Yay.
never
I'm
mind
a
then.
dork. You know when you like start a new job and you don't know what you're doing?
Believe
You
me, I
feel
know.
awkward.
Mm.
Remember, Stephen, when you trained behind me on the board?
Yes. Yes, and I was terrified because I didn't know what the hell you were doing. You just kept on pressing buttons, and you were like, "Yeah, so you do that, and you do that, and then this happens." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." I
You
didn't
mean you weren't
understand
taking
any of
notes, Steven?
it. You know, no.
That was your
No
first
wonder-
day on your own.
Terrible board up.
Who? What? Me?
I was gonna say, how was your first day? As soon as she wasn't there, it's like, oh gosh.
Oh God, yeah. No, I didn't know
That's
what I was
fine.
doing. I just kind of went along and hoped that I didn't make any sort of mistake. But I was also working with Zach and Guru, who just, I mean, that was easy enough to work on. That was my first show. Those guys didn't care, so it was fine.
Yeah, that's definitely an
birthday
easier
today,
crew.
or did I misread that on Facebook?
You are correct. I believe Guru is in Vegas right now. He hasn't been hosting the past couple of days, so he's in Vegas, if I'm not mistaken.
Wow.
What's he doing in
I don't know if
Vegas?
I don't know if I'm supposed to even reveal that, but that's what it is. Yeah.
Give us
He
the
would
dirty
say-
details. Why is
Yeah,
Guru
right?
in Vegas?
I don't know. I don't even know if I'm supposed to reveal it.
Well, it's
You
news
just
now.
did, so
I know, but I don't
tell
really
us
have
more
any,
while
headline
you're at
I
it.
genuinely don't have any more details other than that. I just think that's where he's at.
Okay.
I'm
Yeah.
intrigued.
Huh.
Maybe
So
I'll
that
wish
means
him
that
happy
Guru
birthday.
won't be at Greek Fest.
I know, I'm kind of bummed.
I know.
Yeah.
But we'll all be there. It'll be a grand old time.
Is
So,
anyone going tomorrow?
I will be there because I had a
Okay,
call.
great. We're gonna do a toast to my dad tomorrow.
okay.
Oh, that would be great.
That will be great. Can we do one on Saturday too?
Yeah, seriously, I want to be there for that.
Yes, but some of his friends are coming tomorrow night, so that's
Aw.
why we're doing it.
What
tomorrow.
time?
5. I'm gonna try to get there early. I'm gonna try to get there as soon as I get done with work, as close to the opening, so I can get us a few tables.
Mm.
I don't
Oh,
know.
Damn, Elena,
you
so
can't.
wait.
Just so people know, you can get tickets online for a discount.
My sister
So-
told me.
Yeah, so at the door it's
Ooh.
$5 for tickets. If you go online, you can get them for $4 for one day, $7 for 2 days, or $10 for all 3 days. If you're a
That's the
true
best
there.
ticket in town. $4 to get into the Greek festival, the best place in the world besides
Get 10
Maple
bucks.
Greece.
All 3 days. Go all 3 days.
There you
Hell
go. All of our fans know now. And when I say fans, I mean Ernie.
Oh, Ernie, I
Hi,
love
Ernie.
Ernie.
Yeah, Ernie's here. He said hi, Elena, and bye because you were on thing and gone. And then Ernie also
No, that's
said
the old
hi,
Guru
Anna.
thing. Bye, Elena.
To open
Ernie,
the
are you the
show.
guy who I ran into at a bar in Oakland and asked me if I was Elena from the game?
We'll find out soon.
We'll wait
Well,
for
he
him to
told- and then he
comment.
told me
on
that he listens to your podcast. So
Oh,
I
then it
said,
must be.
"That-
It must
That
be.
is-
Ernie.
that is certainly Ernie. There is no
We
other
only have
Ernie.
one
that-
fan.
yeah.
It's either Jesse, Steven's girlfriend, or Ernie. So
Yeah.
and me.
eliminate- Well, there you go. Yeah.
Mhm.
I tune in sometimes. It's been
So
a
does
while, though, so I
Albie. He told
apologize.
me.
Going back on.
Albie does.
Yes.
Oh, good old Albie.
I
Feelers.
know.
Another
Is he
fellow
coming to the
Greek.
Greek Fest?
Actually, I was just thinking about that. I haven't texted him.
He's
I told him
Greek.
about it last weekend.
Did you?
But I'll remind him.
He's probably going to
Okay.
another bachelor party. He always has one every weekend.
Okay, so as far as the Greek Fest goes, for people who may not know about it, which is like from top to bottom, which is like the first booth that they got to go to? Is there like a specific like route that they need to go? Like, when you go to Disneyland and you got to like plan out your entire trip, like, and plan out the whole thing when you get on the grounds. Is it like that with Greek Fest? Should you go to the Euro station first? Because I know that line gets long. Do you
It
go
does.
to the Loukoumades first and just get the dessert out the way? Who cares about the order of the food? You don't need it doesn't matter. You get the Loukoumades right away. The Savanaki, I know the line gets long there. I mean, what's the map here? Where do we go?
You want to go first, Elena?
Well, I'm a huge component of the lamb sandwich, but you got to be ready for like a big
Oh.
chunk of meat.
Yeah.
But it's
Forgot
on this
about that.
delicious bread that the lamb just soaks all the juices into,
Hmm.
and they roast the lamb there, and it's the best, most biggest bang for your buck you can get at the Greek festival because it's so much meat and so filling. But you have to be careful, like maybe split the lamb sandwich because there's so many other things you want to eat. So if you're only hitting it for one day, I would go splitting lamb sandwich with someone because it's an open face sandwich, easily splittable with a fork. And then the Loukoumades, I wouldn't go first unless you really have a sweet tooth because you want to eat those hot if you can, because they're even better when they're hot and ready. So that would be good for dessert. Also something you can easily split, get a few forks. But the Yito line can get very long. And that is more of a, if you're not ready for the huge chunk of big meat, which some
Yes.
people aren't as into, even though I'm telling you, it's the best
It's
thing
worth
ever.
it.
And a sleeper, the
Mm.
Lucanica, the Greek sausage.
With the lemon on top. You have to put
Mhm.
lemon. You have to squeeze the lemon. It's amazing. I'm totally with you on that. The
It's
other
all
thing,
good.
halloumi cheese,
Mhm.
also bomb. That one is one of my favorites of
And
all time.
vegetarian.
Yes,
you don't eat meat.
vegetarian. Another little kind of like in and out secret menu thing. You could also ask for a couple things. One, when you go to the Yudo booth, if you're a vegetarian, then you can get a salad. Also, they have the Greek salad in the pita.
Ooh.
And another little side trick. I don't know if I should say this; they might get mad at me. But you can get a pita. Go get a pita, and then also get the lamb sandwich and put that on top of the pita. And that's another thing that's really
Ooh.
good. But yeah, lamb
Ooh.
sandwich definitely don't only eat that yourself. Here's the other thing too, for all of you who may not be as experienced with like the garlic and like the really heavy, like really good flavors. Your stomach might get a little bit painful if you eat all of it on your own. So like when I was pregnant with Dean, we went and got this like Prego pizza, which apparently like everyone's like, oh my gosh, it's gonna make you go into labor and everything, doused with that garlic and all kinds of stuff. I ate and I was like, dude, it's fine. It's nothing. Didn't do anything for me. But I think it's because of the fact that of like the types of foods we eat as Greeks. Like we're so used to garlic, it's not even funny.
It sounds like all good
Also,
foods.
A fun
yes.
thing you can get if you don't eat meat is the saganaki, the flaming
Oh,
grilled
saganaki.
cheese.
Yeah.
And it's fun because you see it light up and
Mhm.
Is that
think
what you
I
were talking
called
about
it the
yesterday, Stephen?
I think I called it the Savanyaki. So it's a Saganaki.
No, you
that's
no, you
right.
said
Saganaki.
Saganaki. You got it right.
Did I? Oh, okay.
I think so.
Yeah.
Also
I'll give you credit.
inside, people also forget the inside. We have some really good food in the big hall, in the Father Tom Paris hall. We have in there like, oh goodness, what do we have? We have the keftedes, which are the meatballs. You have the moussaka, the pasticcio, all that stuff. So
you can
that
get
food is
the
also really
Greek
good.
salad in there
Yeah.
too if you want a light or something.
Spanakopita is outside, by the way. That's another good food to get
Spanakopita.
up.
And
Mhm.
tidopita, which was the only one I would eat when I was a kid because I was afraid of things that were green, of course.
Ah, yes.
Which is
That's
just
By the
how I got my
way-
kids to eat greens.
Ernie, I can't do this,
Oh,
Stephen. How
no,
come I
it
can't show
wasn't Ernie. You guys have
Oh. It
another
wasn't Ernie.
fan.
You got two Ernie
Oh, wait,
fans.
now it's coming in. Wait, why is my thing so slow? God damn you, Shed. Okay,
You
never
already told me
mind.
about the shed.
So I'm in Greg's shed because I've moved back home for now, and this is where I'm staying, in the shed.
Greg Shed. That's a nice.
Good
You
old
should
Greg
really
Shed.
start something with that.
Yeah, start my own podcast where it's just the adventures of Derek in the shed. Shed boy.
No, just call it Greg Shed. I think that's even
Greg
better.
Shed.
Yeah, just Greg
That's not
Shed.
bad.
Do
That's
you
not
have
bad.
2 treadmills in there or just one?
I forgot about that.
Just down to the one treadmill now. It's in the garage. And I couldn't even it's so small in here. I couldn't get the treadmill up anyway.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting. What's
Yeah.
behind you? A rake?
That's what
It's a rake. It's a rake that Steven thinks looks like a menorah, which I kind of
It
agree.
kind of
It's a
does.
Jewish rake. A Jake. And there's no AC
That's
in
for
here, and I'm
aesthetics, or do
schwitzing.
you use it in your garden?
What's that?
Is that just for aesthetics? Is it like you just, or you use that rake?
Oh, I don't use the rake, but yeah, I think it's just more for the mise en scène and the appeal of the old shed back here.
It's working for me.
It
Yeah.
does, it works good. I was kind of
Yeah.
hoping that Greg had a garden.
If Greg had a garden, he wouldn't know about it.
Just giving hot takes to the plants.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Just yelling at the plants.
Yeah.
What kind of plants are
Um,
back there?
What's up?
What kind of plants would be back there?
Yeah. So you guys are very knowledgeable about Greeks and everything since you're both Greek. So would you both say that Giannis is by far the most famous athlete or even celebrity that's Greek?
Celebrity?
What about Yanni?
Yeah, Yanni.
Oh, Yanni the
Laurel?
singer?
Yeah. Yanni, I think, is the biggest Greek celebrity.
George
Okay, hold on.
Michael. May he rest
Oh
in
yeah,
peace.
George Michael's
That's
Greek.
right,
I forgot
George
about
Michael.
that.
Betty White also was Greek. Did you know that?
Did not know that.
Yeah, Betty White was Greek.
There's
Jennifer
a lot of half
Aniston.
Greeks out there like
Yeah.
me. I think Jennifer Aniston's half Greek.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she's half Greek. I'm looking now. Tina Fey.
Yep.
Yeah, her mom is Greek.
Oh,
My dad looks up Greek people, Greek celebrities all the time. He's like,
Yeah.
did you know so and so is Greek? That's how I know.
It's a
like
dad
most
thing
people
to
are Greek.
do.
Oh no, for the longest time, that's why I kept asking Greg if he was Greek,
Yeah.
because it's like, you know, Greg Papa's Greek. I'm like, I don't think so.
yeah, he was in the Greek Hall of Fame for some reason, but he's not Greek.
You can make a case that Bob Costas is the most
Yeah.
popular Greek
I
person
won't.
involved in sports. He's of Greek and Irish descent.
I think Giannis is definitely.
Yeah,
like,
Giannis
he's
is
risen
outdone
to the top.
Bob.
You
Yeah.
think so?
I think
I
he's
think
up there.
so.
Well, for athletes, yeah.
Okay, well, as far as
Okay,
athletes, like
sports.
it's Giannis and Eric Karros. I can't think of anybody else.
Oh yeah,
Mike-
Eric Karros.
Mike, the Moose, Moustakis.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, don't
Good
forget
point,
about him.
Steven.
You
Eric
know,
Karros, for the longest time, I thought we were related because
Really?
because my family actually, a lot of my family that came from Greece, they moved to, I think it was St. Louis, and they changed their name from Kagarakis to Karros. And so I guess where Eric was from, he was like from an area where my family is. So my dad was like, I think we might be related. I actually talked to him one day on the phone over at 95.7 The Game. We kind of talked, but he's like, no, my name actually came from this. So I forgot what his longer last name was, but it was definitely a shortened name, but it was not Kagarakis.
My longer
Mm.
last name is Matsorakis, and they changed it to Matzorkis. Like it's like so much easier. What about
Yeah,
George Kontos? He's Greek, right?
Oh, that's right.
he's
I
Greek.
forgot about Contos.
I know, I'm trying to look up famous
I mean,
Greek
not that he's
athletes.
more famous than Giannis.
That's what I'm saying. Like Giannis is just so like his nickname's the Greek Freak, so I think it's just
Oh my!
He's so
king,
big.
He's a fly.
Tommy Lee from Motley Crue. His mom was.
Oh, yeah.
His mom was in the 1957 Miss Greece competition.
Look at
Ooh.
that.
They did bring that up in
Hey.
the Tommy Lee and Pam show that he's Greek.
Really?
I
Really?
watched half of that.
Did you see the movie? Anyone see the movie? I haven't seen that yet.
The movie.
The one about Tommy Lee and Pamela Anderson. I
I
think it
watched
was
whatever was on
Hulu.
Hulu. That was
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
that
wa-
one.
Okay, no, yeah, I watched that. Did you what episode was it where his penis is talking to him? Did you guys get that far?
Yeah, that was a weird.
It was a
Um,
choice. It was a
that
choice.
was a choice of the whoever made it, director.
It was interesting. I watched it all the way through. It was well done, I'd say, for the most part. The guy that played Tommy Lee was really good. And
I
Pamela
liked
Anderson. They look
Pamela
just like him.
Anderson.
They did. By the way, how do I not remember this? John Stamos.
Ah,
Oh,
Not
yeah.
athlete, but celebrity.
Probably one of the most famous Greeks.
That's true. Yeah, I would say John Stamos is more famous than Giannis at this point. Wouldn't you agree, Steven?
Absolutely. I'd
Okay.
give him. Yeah, I'd come on, dude. It's Uncle Jesse. Of course.
I love Uncle Jesse. Just
Yeah.
and Becky got in trouble, but other than that,
Oh yeah. She's still in jail.
No, she's not
No,
in
she's
jail.
out.
They're
it
Oh.
was that
rich
a while ago.
men.
It was long.
Oh,
Wasn't that long ago?
really?
Yeah.
Just talking about Greeks. Anna, I wanted to get your opinion on this because you're a big Pirates of the Caribbean fan. You love pirates. Have you been following? He's not Greek. He's a mix of things, I want to say. Have you been following this Johnny Depp trial with Amber Heard?
Yes. Oh my gosh. Dean yesterday goes to me, why is Jack Sparrow in court? I'm
Yeah.
like, okay. Like, first off, here's a lesson in life. Marry a good woman, man. Okay.
Yeah.
Marry a good person. Yeah, I've been following it off and on. I mean, it's just been crazy. There was one day I was watching it, like the whole trial on Facebook, and it's been so crazy. I just felt so bad because when the whole thing came out, the whole op-ed, like the whole article that she had written, I remember just being so upset about it because I am one of the biggest Johnny Depp fans out there. So once I heard everything that happened afterwards, like, oh gosh, thank God she's crazy. He's not completely innocent when it comes to, obviously he has his own issues, he has his own demons, but I mean, she took it to a whole new level and completely made it. I mean, she's insane, that woman. I'll be honest.
Yeah, she was it her or the dog that pooped in the bed?
Well, there was one about her and her friend, wasn't it?
Oh, they took turns.
What I hate about all of this is that it's making it a narrative. Like, it's like, this is what women have such a hard time coming forward in cases where they're in a domestic violence or abuse situation. And because people say, oh, she's just crazy. And then this sort of thing happens. And we don't know what happened behind closed doors, for one. I'm not saying that Johnny Depp is completely innocent, but she's not making it look, I mean, this whole thing, it just gives me that icky feeling because this is so high profile. You can watch the damn thing on YouTube all day long. It's like, it's so public to everyone that here's a crazy woman. I hate it all. I hate it all.
The other thing I hate too is I tried to watch it more like the Facebook lives here and there, or kind of the longer segments, because you see it all over TikTok and everything, Instagram, these short clips, and they can really make somebody look even more crazy than they are. I know, look, she is another level, but I mean, you could have somebody who's normal and you take one clip of them and then play it over and over again and put some sound behind it. All of a sudden it completely changes the narrative. So that's the thing that I get nervous about in the future, is how things like this are handled with media and social media too.
Yeah.
No, it pushes victim blaming, like you're kind of mentioning, Elena. Like it pushes all of that, which is just a real issue that we still have in society now. And it's just like this whole thing with, I don't even know what to make of it. The only thing that like really made me laugh was how he just randomly said, I don't know how this came up, but he's just like, I was hanging out with Marilyn Manson, and I had to give him a pill to calm him down because he wouldn't stop talking. And I said, what does this have anything to do with the trial? That was my Johnny.
And another terrible person, if you happen to watch the Evan Rachel Wood documentary that was on HBO Max, that fucking threw me for a loop.
Yes.
And that's just something that's happening all the time. This turned, but
it did take a turn. I'm sorry. I was trying to pick it up pooping on the bed, but I'm sorry.
I do love a good poop story.
Well, yeah. Who doesn't?
There's some crazy stories. That's the thing. That I think it's like, wow.
Yeah. I just kind of like his answers for all the. I haven't watched a lot of it, but just the fact that like the lawyer's like, so were you drinking scotch in the middle of the day? And he's like, well, it's happy hour sometimes. Like he just has a response to everything the lawyer has to say. Like he just quick-witted.
Because it kind of feels like you're watching him acting in a movie,
exactly.
Right? And you want to like Johnny Depp, and I do, and that's the hard thing. It's because you have this feeling towards him, and then you're like disgusted towards her.
Yeah.
And we don't really know what happened, but it's,
True.
I mean, I'm not saying, I think that I don't know what happened, but it's hard because you really like Johnny Depp.
I know. It's Jack Sparrow.
It is. But
and Edward Scissorhands.
Ah, yes.
You know what? But also, as the other thing is too, that as a mom of two boys now, it does make me think, hey, you need to be careful about certain situations that you put yourself into now. You need to be really careful because you might have it sucks that most of the time, obviously, it's sad that a lot of women that go through these domestic violence issues, it's usually it's the fault of the male, but there are those cases that it's not, and it's the other way around. And so it's kind of, that's the thing that's hard, is you have to make sure you're, as a man, it's a lot harder if you're a good person and trying to get yourself out of these situations.
Anna, do your parents think that all Greek people are good?
No, not at all. But I did have a laugh though the other day with my mom, because when I was in high school, I was only allowed to date Greeks, right?
Of course.
So my first boyfriend wasn't a Greek, so it was a guy that I really liked and everything. And my first date, this is the most embarrassing story of my life. So I was all excited, went on a date with him. We were like, okay, we're going to the movies. My mom knew about it, and so I'm at the movies. And while I'm at the movies, my grandmother goes to my mom, "What are you doing? She's gonna marry him. You can't. You can't do this." So as soon as I get out of the movie, I'm having a good time with this guy and everything. Get out of the movie theater, and my mom is parked right in front of the movie theater to pick me up. I was absolutely devastated. Oh my god, this is so embarrassing. It's like, nope, she just didn't. My grandmother got to her, so she's like, "Oh, let's go home now." Like,
And you
Like-
married a Greek.
I swore off Greek guys for a long time after that, but then ended up marrying one.
Good old Paul. So what's
Good
Paul
old Paul.
doing? He's just showing up for fun this year?
He is now he's in charge of first aid. He's in nursing school
Okay.
right now. So
We might need that.
yeah. So
Oh yeah, the
especially
way
with
the way
you-
me and Jacob dance, we may need that.
Oh, definitely. Ooh, that'd be a good one. I'll make sure he keeps a close eye on you guys for sure.
Mhm.
But yeah,
you.
he's in nursing school right now. He's one more year of nursing school, just finished his semester, and then so he gets to party it up this weekend.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and be
Nice.
first aid. So he's in charge of first aid all weekend.
Wonderful. So while the Warriors game is going on at Greek Fest, can Paul turn the sound on?
I will work with him on that. I will talk to him about that and see if we could do that.
And can
Wonderful.
I play clarinet during halftime?
Ooh, yes.
I'm gonna say go for it. Bring the clarinet,
Cool.
just go for it. I think
We
it's
wouldn't
your
have to
little
listen
audition.
to Charles Barkley. We'll just hear Elena playing clarinet.
Mm-hmm.
You could maybe go in tune with Charles somehow.
I could.
Maybe.
What was the name of the singer? Is she going to be back? The one who was on the stage doing all the singing, leading everything in
There's
the
a-
in
From
In the
Fourth
smaller
Yard?
bar,
yeah in the back area.
you mean Frosine
Yeah.
with the
Frosine.
red hair?
Yes.
Yes, she is there, and she is in charge of like all our
Oh,
like, media
wonderful.
stuff. Oh, she's awesome. She's like my buddy. So yes, Frosine Phillips, she's amazing.
Yeah.
She'll be there all weekend long.
I look forward to
It
that.
kind of doesn't seem real. I don't know. It's
I
like
know. It's like
it's
we got
weird
some.
because so much has happened, but we're just gonna go back to the Greek festival, and it's
know,
gonna be
it's
the
like-
best.
Like we've gone back in time in some kind of hot tub time machine.
Except it's gonna be hot. It's been the weather's been bad for so many years.
Not
Yeah.
this year.
That's
It's
gonna be
beautiful.
nice.
Hold on, I'll show it again. I've been looking all the time.
Oh, we're
I'm
getting a weather
very
forecast?
excited. Yes, in Oakland. Look at this.
Ooh.
On Friday. Oh, let me unplug. Wouldn't that be nice? Right there. You can see it
70s.
there.
Ooh,
Let's
Look
go.
at that.
nice.
It's gorgeous. It's gonna be gorgeous this weekend. 70. Oh, it just went down though. No, it was supposed to be 78, but 78 on Friday.
That's nice. That's
Yeah.
hot.
And don't forget your frappe, by the way.
Oh
Get this
yeah.
one. I'll be drinking that all weekend long. That's the coffee.
Oh, is that? Oh, so you just pronounce it that way? Is that how I got to pronounce it from now on? The frappe.
Frappe.
Well, it's
Frappe.
made
Frappe.
special in a frappe way, and it's got a
Oh.
lot of sugar in it, so it gives you a coffee high and a sugar high.
That's right.
Ooh.
It's
Wonderful.
Nescafe with sugar, water, mix it up, ice and milk. You're good.
Mm. So wait, I got a question because Derek did this, and I've been meaning to ask this, but he just made a Hot Tub Time Machine reference, but he's never seen Hot Tub Time Machine. Are you allowed
No.
to do
Okay.
that? Are you allowed to make a reference from a movie if you've never seen it before? It's like dressing up in a Halloween costume when you don't even know what the costume is. Like it's a weird thing. Are you allowed? Yes or no? Elena.
I mean, I know
you
the
first.
reference of the movie. Does that matter?
You haven't seen the movie.
I
I
feel
know
like I
why.
fell asleep during Hot Tub Time Machine, but I might still make the reference, so I can't. hate.
Exactly.
Okay, Anna.
Whenever
what's the
I
rule- what's the
say
ruling there?
whenever I say a time machine, I just say
Derek,
hot tub
hang
time
on,
machine.
Derek, hang on. Anna,
If
what's the
it's
ruling?
a popular scene, if it's a popular point of the movie that a lot of people know, you're okay.
Okay, all right.
But if it's
all
like a subtle reference, then it's like I think it's pushing it.
right. Okay, gotcha. Is that a couch in your shed?
Yes. What do you think I'm sitting on?
I don't know. I just
You're
thought
sitting
you were.
really forward.
Yeah, man. Is your back all right? Do you have
That's
a?
terrible? I
Do you happen
hate
to have a
sitting here.
foam roller in your shed?
God no. No
Why
foam roller, no lint rollers. It's all just me.
You're
the
prone to
wilderness.
having exercise machines in the location of which you're doing your podcast, so I figured a foam roller would be there.
Those
Good
days are
idea.
over, Steven. I
Foam
don't have
rollers are
2
great.
treadmills anymore.
How about
How
that?
did you
Uh,
get rid of the old one? I need to know that.
How did I get rid of the old one? I had to dismantle it piece by piece and throw it in the garbage
Ooh.
because Everyone refuses to pick up a broken treadmill. Donation centers won't pick it up. You try to put that shit on Craigslist, people are not interested. Just had to break it and throw it in
It's
the garbage.
broken.
It was already
Were
broken.
both
So
broken? Both of them were broken, or just one?
no, one was working and one was broken on arrival, and Amazon people just refused to pick it up for me.
Oh man.
Damn you, Bezos.
Oh my god.
Speaking of movies, Anna, I know you love 90s nostalgia, so this must be a great weekend for you. I saw this and thought of you, and I think I saw you tweeting about it. This Chip and Dale's movie, is Dean going to watch this? Where it's Andy Samberg and John Mulaney doing the voices, and it's really meta.
It's crazy because they had this. My favorite scene, I think, was where you have Chip, who is like the regular 2D cartoon.
One of them's
and then-
3D.
Yeah, and then Dale is 3D because he got the CGI surgery or whatnot.
It's pretty clever.
I think it looks funny. I think it looks great. I'm excited to watch it. As soon as I watched the trailer with the boys, we automatically went on, obviously put on the cartoon again. And they've seen all the episodes. They've seen DuckTales. I always have them watch all the old school stuff. Both my boys love the Goonies. So
Good.
we have to watch old school cartoons and movies all the time in this house. They need
Derek?
everything.
Does Dale still do your Xfinity service over there at Greg Shed?
Well, not to be confused with Dale from Chip and Dale's or the dancer. No, Dale is gone.
My guy
God,
Dale.
Yeah, my guy, my guy Dale. I miss that guy. He used to have the hookup for Comcast, but no, I haven't talked to him in years, and I don't think I was allowed to reference him so much the Comcast reads. But hey,
I
didn't
thought
pay
of the
me.
other day, voila, pocket monsters.
I just remember all those spots that Derek used to have to record, and you could tell that he like spent 30 seconds trying to chop it up because it would always be like Greg in a completely different tone of voice. Visit my guy Dale. And it would just be so. It was like, Derek, I'm sorry, I've never talked to you about this. It was so poorly edited. It sounded terrible every time it was on the air.
well, you deal with that, Steven, where I love you, Gina Rogers, but Gina Rogers would give me like a moment's notice to go get those recorded, and Greg was in no mood to record those, and I had to use old copies of commercials, and the Comcast people were very upset with me. The worst one was when we had to do like spots for like, I'm Greg Papa, and I'm excited for the World Cup this year. Actually, that's a lie. I'm just doing that because I had to say that in this commercial, and they got so mad at me that I wrote that in the commercial. But
Aw.
hey, I had to, Greg didn't want to do them, so I had to write them. The best one was when he had to do like, they had to promote like the Oscar movies, and I wrote in there. He was a big fan of Christmas Party, Holiday Christmas Party. It was like a bad movie with Jason Bateman.
I like that movie.
I never
love
saw
that.
it, so I'm
It
just
was
assuming like
fun.
Hot Tub Time Machine.
The
But-
Office Christmas Party, right?
Office
Office
Christmas
Christmas
Party,
Party.
yeah.
I
I love
wrote
that
it in. I wrote that in the script where he's like listing off Oscar movies, and then he goes, "For the life of me, I'll never know why my favorite movie of the year, Office Christmas Party, was not nominated for an Oscar, a nomination that I find highly dubious." And then he just kept cracking up during the commercial, and we just left it in, like him just like laughing. And Janet was like, "You got to take that off the air. That's terrible."
You have my little one walking in here. Hi, Lucas.
Dean?
This is Lucas. This is
What's up,
my,
Lucas?
my younger one.
Hi, Lucas.
And he just
Hi.
graduated from, he can't hear you. I just realized I have my earbuds in.
Ah. Lucas.
Hold on. You want to say hi, everybody? He's really shy all of a sudden.
that's fine.
He just graduated today from preschool.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Congratulations.
Yeah. Yeah. So what's up? You want to listen to it? Here, I'll put this.
Oh, nice. We have a new fan.
Oh
my
yeah,
God,
move
he
over,
looks-
Ernie.
He
We
really
got a
looks
number one
just
fan
like-
now.
He looks just like his older brother. Oh my
He
god.
does. Looks like
Wow.
Paul too.
Wow.
Paul with hair.
Wow.
Exactly. I think Papa.
Hi.
Don't punch yourself too hard. Jeez.
Now you got to go back downstairs, okay, buddy? No, you're not.
Who's your favorite basketball player, Lucas?
Who's your favorite basketball player? Who's your favorite baseball player? He's like, I ain't gonna answer. All right. I'll be back. Yes. Oh, okay. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. You want me to show this? He graduated.
Yay!
Yay.
Oh, that makes it official.
Yes. And dun da da da, another one. Sorry, I got to.
Ooh.
Yay.
Wait, the Tassajara Learning Center. That's like right
Bravo.
over here, Anna.
Yeah, it's the best school ever.
Oh.
Honest to God truth. Anybody that is, both my boys went there, and they both are going into kindergarten basically learning how to read. So they're awesome. They're ahead of it.
That's very ahead of the curve. Don't you learn in first grade normally, or we just?
Oh, now it's kindergarten. They have to learn in kindergarten basically, but he's learning before, which is good.
Lucas, who's your favorite basketball player?
Say actually, they Steph Curry.
Can't hear you.
Okay.
You
Fair
like
enough.
Steph Curry or
Can't
Klay
hear you.
Thompson?
Very good player.
Can't hear you.
Sorry, guys.
No,
That's
it's all good.
okay.
I'll ask at the fest.
We'll hang out over some lamb on Saturday.
Heck yeah.
Is Lucas dancing?
No, he's not old enough yet. He has to be in kindergarten.
You're
Exactly.
never too young to dance.
No, he'll be dancing for fun, but not in an
Exactly.
actual dance group yet.
So will Steven.
Yes.
Yes.
You're gonna teach them how to Greek dance? Yeah. All right. Well, we can continue the conversation. You're just gonna be hanging out this way.
Okay.
Sweet.
Well, Steven, what time do you need to bounce? Because you got your Steven's a big star, guys.
I
he's
am.
gotta do the-
I am all good, actually, my friend. I, for various reasons, it is not happening anymore. So,
Oh, you're not going on the Twitter space?
no, I am not. Not today.
Oh.
Yes, that has officially been skipped. So it's no longer.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I ran out of things to talk about, Steven, so you bring things up.
Huh? A's fans. Okay.
Oh,
There was a
good one.
possum in the press box.
Oh,
yeah.
I was going to bring this up. Good call, Steven.
So
The
cute.
mongoose?
What? No, it was a possum.
It was a possum. My bad.
What? Like what? A possum? Why was there a possum at the
Why
Coliseum?
not?
Have you been to the Coliseum?
Have
What
you
is
never
going
heard of the
on?
rally possum?
Yeah.
Is there a rally?
Where do you think I
possum?
got my cat?
from? you
A
went-
cat.
From underneath the Coliseum.
The
the
feral cats
Coliseum?
of the Coliseum. That's why his name is Scott Catterberg.
Is that really his name?
Maybe.
I thought it was Luke Mothers. I like Scott Cat. I don't know if I like
Scott Catterberg's pretty good.
Scott Catterberg's really good. I'm a fan.
I am too. Oh, that's good.
Scott Catterberg.
Yeah. Who tweeted that out originally?
Vern Glenn.
Matt. What's up? Vern Glenn?
Vern Glenn. Yeah,
No,
he
Vern,
like,
Vern Glenn wasn't in the booth.
it didn't go viral, but he posted a picture of it. He saw it was a possum in the corner.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but there was a possum in the Coliseum, the rally possum a few years ago. Everyone remembers correctly, right?
Is it the same? Is it
Yeah,
the
no,
same
I remember.
Is it the same possum?
Probably not
Probably
the
not.
same possum, but they have a possum thing there.
There's probably possum babies all over Coliseum.
There is a rally possum, isn't there?
Yeah,
Forgot
of
Yeah,
course
the
there
rally
is.
possum.
I forgot
Yeah.
about that. Huh.
They've been
I
there
saw
for years.
And I saw
Possum's
Susan
Been around
Slusser.
since the dinosaurs.
Wait, are you asking, Elena, have possums
Yeah.
been around since the dinosaurs? I'm assuming so. Just furry dinosaurs.
I think they've been around a really long time.
Probably.
They probably have.
Origin of the possum.
Are we
Oh,
looking that
God.
up?
Yeah.
What's you know what I'm gonna you know what else I'm gonna look up? The difference between an opossum and a possum.
Oh,
I think-
I looked
possum.
up opossum.
Opa?
Oh, so it might have been an opossum.
What's an opossum?
It's just another way of spelling possum.
What is
Oh,
the right
really?
way to say it?
Well, I guess it's so
Is it opossum?
possums are native to Australia, New Zealand, and China, while opossums live in America and southern Canada.
But they're
So it
both
was an
called
opossum.
possums.
Correct. Just one of them has the letter O in front of
Yes.
it. I
I've
don't
never
know
seen
why,
that
though.
before.
You never have?
Never seen O in front of the word possum before.
I have, but I didn't know the difference. In all honesty,
Yeah, I would have said opsum.
Yeah, probably.
I just liked Susan Slusser, of course, commented on it saying, the Coliseum. She knows about the rally possum.
Mm,
yeah, I would have freaked out in the press box. I'll be honest with you.
yeah.
If I
Oh,
saw
yeah.
that.
They're cute. They kind of look like rats.
Ugh.
No, yeah, Elena's all for it though.
Not. Nope. I freak out. My dog killed a couple possums, which was great.
My mom's dog has killed 2 baby possums in 2 weeks. My mom is distraught.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm happy when my dog brings it up. Like, thanks. Good job. You've earned your keep.
Scott Catterberg isn't allowed outside, so I don't he hasn't killed anything yet.
Oh, that's good.
He's a house cat.
He's so cute.
He's new.
Can you actually? Do they actually have like what is it? Not a SPCA. What's it called? Like a. Where do you get the animals from? I'm blanking all
A
the sudden.
shelter?
Shelters. Thank you. Do they actually have a shelter by the Coliseum?
There is one by the Coliseum.
Probably.
Is that where?
No,
That's
that's
awesome.
I told you I just picked up Scott Katterberg from the Coliseum, and I said, "You will be mine."
I love it.
I mean, the A's need to add something like just to bring fans to the stadium. If you're gonna pay $40, they need like a I don't know, like in the West Side Club, maybe they need like a dog petting station or something like that.
Or
where
a
they have bunch
possum
of
petting station.
like
Yeah.
they have a
Pet
bunch
the
of
wild animals of the Coliseum.
the petting zoo.
Yeah.
The
Wear
petting zoo.
gloves.
That'd be actually really funny.
Don't touch your mouth afterwards.
Come
The
on,
There could also
Dave.
be like
petting zoo.
activities, like who could be the first fan to clog up the Coliseum toilets,
Ooh.
Yeah.
That won't take long.
just like for Bartolo Colon. Um, yeah, Elena, have you been to any A's games this year
Okay, I went on Tuesday. Um,
when they played the Twins?
yeah, I was trying to get a glimpse of Sonny Gray.
Sonny Gray's on the Twins
Oh.
now.
Yeah. So I went on because my
Steven.
friend's mom, or my friend's daughter was singing the national anthem with her choir.
Oh, nice.
And so I actually had a meeting I had to go to at 8:00. So I went for a few innings of the game, got on the Jumbotron. I was only there for a short amount of time, but there weren't that many people there. So I did a little dance on the Jumbotron. I picked up a cat, brought it home. And
You're not even kidding. You got that cat from the Coliseum.
maybe.
Okay.
And what was I gonna say? Oh, so I drove there because I had to go to a meeting afterwards. Usually I take Bart. And I pulled up to the parking lot and he's like $30. And I'm like, it's free parking Tuesday. And he's like, no, it's not anymore. And I'm like, well, bye. And I turned around and then I tried to park at that, like, on the south lot where you can walk in through the side. Like there's
Yeah.
an old like alley there and that is like a homeless camp now. You can't park there. And then I tried to sneak in through the back, and there was this guy like eating a doughy round table pizza there. He said
Oh,
$30.
yeah.
And I said, do you even work here? Or are you just taking $30? I didn't know. So I turned around, then I parked at the BART parking lot and I walked over.
That's terrible.
Yeah, it's like $30. It's supposed to be free parking Tuesday. And I don't know. I'm very, very it's hard for me to talk about the A's because I still will watch them, but it's too I'm just try to keep my life positive, so I try not to get too down on all that stuff. And I'm just a little bit too poor to spend money on $30 parking. So
I feel it.
yeah,
And that's a ripoff. That's
Seriously.
Yeah.
it's more than the ticket price.
Yeah.
And
Are the concessions at least up? Because I heard opening day that was a big, big problem.
the sausage stand was open.
That's
I
good.
saw Hal, the hot dog guy.
Oh yeah.
Or the pizza guy. The pizza. I haven't heard
He
him.
wasn't there. I haven't seen him in a while.
What about the beer guy? The classic. Beer here.
There's people selling beer, but I didn't hear the classic beer here guy.
Okay.
That
You
narrows
know-
it down, Derek. Feels like that's a pretty common.
You know what I'm
thing.
All
talking
my
about.
homies,
There's-
all my homies in right field were out there on a Tuesday doing their thing.
Are they announcing the attendance there anymore?
They
God,
are,
no. They are.
I
Oof.
think.
How
boy.
much was it on Tuesday?
I don't know. I was only there for a short amount of time.
With a
Okay,
grand
hopefully
total
they
of
counted my attendance.
2,526.
Well, they sell tickets ahead of time to different groups sometimes.
Mm.
So that's
Yeah, but
I don't know
sometimes
if
they
that's-
change the start time of the games, the day of the games too.
Right?
Mhm.
Something's going on, Dave Cavalli.
Yeah, I've been depressed about this whole thing. My son's been we've been depressed ever since the Matt Olson trade.
Mm.
Oh
And
God, all of them.
conveniently we had our team was the Braves this year, so
Good.
Hmm,
proudly wearing a Braves hat with a
That's
Matt
cute.
Olson shirt.
how
Yeah, I got to be
cute.
honest. I've been turned off. I really have not been watching a lot of A's games this year.
Anna, is that character behind you from the children's book that you
Oh,
wrote?
yeah.
Is that yours? How's that
That's
going?
All right, so this is my book. This
Oh,
is a sample book that came in. It's awesome. I'm super excited about it.
Wow.
It's in production right now. And so right now it took a lot longer than expected. The whole process is ridiculously long and going back and forth with formatters and making sure it's all perfect. And then they sent me the sample book. Long story short, it's in production, and then I should have the books here towards right before the end of summer, before school starts. So either end of July, early August. And
Yay.
it's going well. I had my first school visit yesterday, actually.
Good.
Nice.
That was really cool. And I actually had a little girl who came up to me afterwards because I was telling her about the idea of writing and how much I love writing. And it's been a big part of my life. And she actually came up to me afterwards, is like, you really inspired me to write. I'm going to start writing stories. like, oh, that was like the sweetest thing ever. So
That's
it was,
great.
really made my day. So really
That's
excited
so
about it.
cute.
So in the coins here, I don't have my. Do I have my coins? Sorry, last thing, and then I'll let you. This is the coin. These are the coins that come with the book. They're like
Sweet.
legit.
Oh,
Bring it
nice.
up here. So they're really cool. So they come with the book. I'm trying I'm
Wow.
like super backwards here. But yeah, so it's a good way to get kids to be confident in themselves, and they carry with them kind of like a security blanket, but instead of carrying an actual blanket, they carry a coin with them. So they can
That's
carry it
so
whenever they're
cute.
nervous. Yeah. So that's it. So
Yay.
exciting. It's going well.
Can't wait for the book to come out.
Thank you.
I
I'll
mean,
have
if
a good
there's
launch party. I'll invite y'all.
Great.
Yeah, sweet. VIPs?
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
and if there's anything we've learned from the hit film Elf, do not get a -8. A -8 does not happen at Greenway. Does anyone get that
I
reference?
remember that.
Damn it!
Have you even seen Elf to make that reference, Steven?
Yes, too much apparently. Because all right, that's
Make that
another bit that
obscure
felt bad.
reference.
Yes. Yeah. What? That's not obscure. Is that obscure?
Which
Okay,
part
I'm
was
gonna
that? I
fix
don't remember.
Yeah,
I just
see,
watched that
none
movie.
of us know what the hell you're talking about.
It
Are
was
you
when
sure it's
he
from
was
Elf?
writing. It was when he was writing a children's book, and then the boss comes in and he says, "We got a -8 from the last quarter. A -8. That does not happen." Anyway, all right.
I have not
Jog
heard
my
that.
memory, but at least I referenced the
there.
name of the movie.
Yeah, it's true.
Hot Tub Time Machine. You know nothing about that movie. I just said the name of the movie.
You didn't see it, did you?
No, still haven't.
Yeah. Doesn't count. I mean, apparently Ernie is it all comes down to Ernie, and he says if it's allowed if it's well known. So there you go.
Thank you,
Ernie also claims that they stopped doing free parking years ago.
Mm,
Really?
yeah.
I always barred. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly.
It is pre-COVID.
Ah,
Oh,
yeah.
That's like our lives now. It's like pre-COVID, post-COVID.
Yeah.
And we're apparently
I don't
still in
like
COVID.
driving.
No,
Yeah.
it's too expensive to drive now.
Everybody's
It's
just at
way too
home now.
expensive to drive. I filled up my tank today and it was $70, and and that's cheap because I got 70 cents off the gallon because I went to the Safeway gas station.
Which is the best deal. That
Yeah,
and
and it was
Costco.
still $70.
Mm.
So is it like $6 here too, like it is in LA?
It's
Yeah.
over $6 in certain places. Now I find like gas stations that are under $6. I'm like, oh, I'm going there.
And that's
Mhm.
why
Good
I
luck.
took another job again.
Mm.
I got a cruiser though for Mother's Day, so that's been fun. A little cruiser
Ooh.
bike.
Cute.
Cute. It's all blue and everything with a little basket in the front. I'm gonna start going to Starbucks in my cruiser.
Nice.
Just hanging.
Well, and then that's it.
I don't
Anything
know.
else?
I'm getting pretty hungry right now, and I'm
That's
thinking about
fair.
how tomorrow at this time
was
I'm going to be
so
eating Greek food.
I
Mm.
might just make a late night trip out there tomorrow night to hang out. So after our Cub Scout meeting tomorrow night.
Oh,
Yeah.
cute!
Sweet.
Nice.
It's
Well, we'll all
advanced
be
night.
there on Saturday,
Yeah.
and we can't wait
Yeah.
to see you guys.
I'm so excited.
Yes.
I miss you guys.
Hannah, will my Greek Fest card with money on it still work?
I'll ask. I'll
I
find out.
found one. And I'm like, I wonder what's on here.
I stupidly
All
threw
right,
mine away
bring it.
years ago.
Well, the
Please.
coins used to always work, or the tokens used to always work, the years later. But on the card, I wonder, it's been 3 years. It's still going to work.
Bring it. I would bring it. I used to have tokens in my drawers randomly around the
Yeah.
house. Like, oh, tokens from like 5 years ago.
Yep.
Still worked. Still $1.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, try it out. Bring it in. See if it works.
I'm
If it
really
doesn't,
excited to go. I'm excited to see everyone. I'm excited to support the church. And I'm excited to eat.
Me too. Go
As
to
I.
oaklandgreekfestival.com.
Oh, yeah. I
for
got to get those
tickets.
tickets in advance. Might as well
Yes.
save some dollars.
Exactly. Especially
I
because
will do that as
it costs
well.
so much to drive out there now. So yeah, save money that way.
Yes.
All right. Well, it was great chatting up with you guys, and can't wait to see you guys and everybody that's listening. Ernie, go to the Greek Fest. It'll be a great time, and you'll see all of us. And great food.
Yum. Thanks for having us.
No
Thanks,
problem.
guys.
Anytime, guys.
Of course.
Can't wait to see you
Yay. Hanging
guys.
out.
Love y'all. See you tomorrow or Saturday.
Yeah.
How do I get out of this thing?
I'll help you out.
Studio. Bye.
Bye. I'll help you
Later,
out.
Elena.
All right. Bye,
Later,
Anna.
Anna.
Bye guys.
Thank you,
See this
guys.
weekend. All right. Greek
Well.
Fest.
It's gonna be fun, man.
Oh, it's going to be a grand old time.
Grand old time.
Yeah.
All right, Steven, should I announce this thing that I've been kind of prolonging for a while?
You should have announced it when Elena and Anna were there. They would have been.
think so?
interesting- Yeah, that would have been.
We'll talk about
cool.
the Greek Fest anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Make your announcement here.
All
Mr.
right.
Announcer. guy.
So I've moved back to the Bay Area. I am living in Greg's shed for the time being, with my rake behind me. And
afraid to leave the shed.
that's a solid reference there. See, everybody
There
knows
we
what
go.
that one
See a
is.
reference that actually gets. Yeah, all right, cool. There's nothing worse than when you make a reference and nobody gets it.
Hey,
Fucking
Jesse
awful.
got it. That's all that matters.
She did. It's her favorite movie.
So, I will be out of Greg's place in a couple weeks here. You'll see me starting June 1st doing these things from my apartment in Oakland. Oh yeah. Just lock
Ooh.
that in.
Hell yeah.
And so yeah, I'm back in the Bay Area, and I've missed this place for a long time. It was great to work in NFL Network, but it was good. I found a good opportunity to come home. And yeah, I will be starting in 2 weeks. And Steven, no matter what, even though our companies are going to hate each other, we're still going to be friends and still work together, or still do this podcast. I'm going to be working for KMBR, and I am going to be, and everybody's going to be like, oh, he's doing his dad's show again. Nope, not doing Greg's show. I'm going to be the producer for Tom Tolbert and Adam Copeland starting June 1st.
Starting June 1st. How long is that? What is that? We're May 19th?
2 weeks from yesterday.
2 weeks from yesterday. Well, look at you.
Yeah.
Oh, you're bringing it back. Oh, boy.
Bringing it back, baby. And yeah, Tolbert is a guy that I've always listened to with my pops back when he was doing the show with Ralph Barbieri,
Right.
Razor and Mr. T. So it's kind of an honor to be included in that. So can't wait to be a part of it. You're not going to hear the same old stuff from me. It's not going to be Truth Machine or Caboose Pistol. It's their show, and I'm just glad to be a part of it. So
You're going to do something to dirty it up a little bit. You're going to...
It's a clashy show, Steven. I'm not going to muck it up with my buffoonery.
It is true. Yeah, it is all class. It's not unlike the Wheelhouse originally, which was, I don't know if classy would be the way to describe
Right.
that show. Well, good for you, man. Look at
Thanks,
you.
man. Thanks, man. And I wonder how
So,
people will react to that. But yeah, I'm
yes.
glad to be back and doing that job.
So, I mean, what do we do here? I mean, are you gonna just keep doing the podcast? Or, I don't know,
Yeah,
what do we do?
that's the thing. So obviously, Steven will be working in the morning, and I will be working in the afternoon. So this makes it a little harder.
Yes,
But
we got to
we
figure
will
that out.
we'll find a way. Whether it's Saturdays or something, maybe one night a week we'll figure something out. But I know you got to work the next day, so I'll accommodate you.
We'll at least before the we'll at least prior to the NFL slate of games on Sundays, we will be doing a Just Your Opinion Man pregame show. I think we should do that.
You think I kind of like that idea too, but I don't know if we could do that for like a podcast though. You know
Why
what I
not?
mean? Because if we do a pregame show, by the time we talk about the games, it'll be already dated.
True, yeah, we'd have to do a live thing. We'll make that a video thing only or something.
No, we'll figure it out. But I may be boozing on Sundays now, Steven. I get Sundays off now.
Wow, look at oh my gosh, yeah, you're not gonna have to
Make highlights for Chris Rose anymore.
make highlights from that that oh so competitive Jets Falcons matchup. Man,
You're right. I did get most of the shitty games.
you really did, man.
I know. Every week was like, so what game you guys doing? Or what game you doing, Derek? Panthers Falcons. Oh, that's the marquee game, huh?
Yeah.
Not anymore. It was the worst.
AFC East rivalry, the Jets Dolphins.
Exactly. Like it was so God. Like making a highlight for a game that's good just sucks. Absolutely sucks. Because you would have to like rework the highlight. It blows up. You have to
Right.
rework the shot sheet. I'm just so glad I get to just watch football again and just watch games and not have to worry about the outcomes. Thank
Yeah, dude,
God.
I do not envy or I would not envy someone who had to say make highlights of like Chiefs Bills, where
Oh,
it's just
God,
touchdown
man.
after touchdown after touchdown.
Terrible. Yeah,
Yeah.
not fun.
Well, look at you, man. So you're starting on June 1st. You're here in the Bay Area. We are going to celebrate at Greek Fest on Saturday. I'll be there more towards Saturday evening. I got my nephew's birthday, but as we know, kids don't always stay awake until, the crack of midnight. So, there'll be I'm sure nap time will be a little early. I'll probably be gone out of there maybe by 5-ish. I don't know. I don't have to be there the whole time. And then who knows? We'll see what happens after that. But we'll see what happens.
we'll see. Like I say, we'll see where the night takes us, sir.
Yes.
So yeah, we will figure out this podcast going forward, but stay tuned, everybody. We will keep this thing going despite our really inconvenient schedules.
Yes.
Before we leave today, I just want to say a quick thing. If you listen to the Afternoon Delight today, or not, it's not called the Afternoon Delight anymore. It's my dad's show, Bob and Lund. And if you've listened to me the past few weeks, I was back in Buffalo a few weeks ago to take care of my grandma. And if you listen to the show today, you would hear my dad there talking about, unfortunately, my grandma passed away. So I will be back in Buffalo, and Steven will have to figure out what time we do this next week. But I just want to say my grandma was the best, and I love sports because of my dad, and my dad got to do what he loves to do because his mom was so supportive, and my grandma was like the best supportive person I've ever been around. So rest in peace to my grandma, and I want to give props to my dad for doing the show today. If you know my dad, he's a very emotional person. I was surprised he got through the show today, so props to my dad. Didn't even shed a tear during the show today. It was John Lund who actually cried. It was funny. But
Really?
yeah.
Wow.
But props to my dad for getting through that today. So yeah.
No, the condolences out to you and the family, man. Just go be with them on the Sunday after the Greek Fest, and just it's terrible to hear that for sure. But
It's all good,
shout-
man. I know you went through it too last year, so it's all good, and we're all able to come together in the end. So
yeah. So, and by the way, as you were in the middle of that, John Curley tried calling me, telling me that you and him and Rado are going to be in San Francisco in the evening time.
would you like to come?
I mean, no.
That's why I figured I didn't want to say anything.
I mean, come on, dude. It's like you asked me to come at that time. Like, geez, man.
No, I know. With the long day that you have already, like to come back to San Francisco. No,
Yeah, come at 3:30, 4 o'clock. We're gonna be all the way back out in the city. Something that you drove already over 100 miles to get to, and just drive over 100 miles again just to come back at 3 o'clock so we can get some beers. I'm good.
right.
I love all.
I
of you,
figured.
but, I'm good, and yeah.
We'll see. I'm here now. We'll see each other regardless.
Yes, correct.
All right, man. We'll see you Saturday. Thanks everybody for listening, watching. Thanks to Elena. Thanks to Anna. Thanks to Lucas. Yeah.
I forgot
Anna
about that
said.
appearance. I
Yeah.
forgot about that appearance for Lucas.
Yeah. Steven, say what you always say, my friend.
Oh man, and it's just our opinion. Go to the Greek Fest on Saturday or this weekend or whenever you want, man. Not whenever you want. The Greek Fest